so now we're going to move on to talking about the take an aspirin mindset. So, as the name implies, the take an aspirin mindset is the mindset that we apply to our food and our bodies that is all about just making the pain go away. Much like when we have a headache and we just want to take an aspirin, we just want whatever hurts to get out of here. And while that at times makes sense, who doesn't want the pain to go away? When we take an aspirin, we're not asking, why do I have a headache? We're not trying to seek the source of the headache. We're just trying to get rid of the symptom. We're just trying to eliminate the pain. And when we numb the pain like that, we don't learn what's happening. We don't learn why the pain is there in the first place. And we're not paying any attention to the lesson or the wisdom inherent in the pain. So, how does this apply to food? Well, oftentimes when we're having emotional eating or we have the desire to restrict, something else is going on. Perhaps it's a desire to control an out-of-control life, or we're using food to numb our feelings, or we're using food because food equals love. Sometimes our cravings are about something that's going on underneath, an emotional need perhaps. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes a craving is just a craving. But if we're not at least awake and asking the question, then we're missing a potential opportunity to connect with something that's really important, a deeper emotional need. We're not paying attention to ourselves. So if we're not seeking out the source of the pain, oftentimes we're missing an opportunity to really do the change, the deeper change that's going to make the pain go away. Imagine that you had the chickenpox, and all the person who wanted to heal the chickenpox would do was put calamine lotion on the pock itself. It probably would make the itching go away, but it's not going to cure the chickenpox. You're not going to get better. You're not going to actually alleviate the actual problem. And I think this is similar to just trying to lose weight or just trying to change one's body when you're trying to change your relationship with food. It makes sense in our diet-obsessed culture that one might think losing weight will take away pain, but that's part of diet culture and diet identity. And it isn't actually looking at who you are and what your needs are and why you're relating to diet culture. So oftentimes the issue has never been you. The issue is what is happening in our world and the societal beliefs that cause our society to function from a diet mentality. These problems have been around long before you even came into the picture. You were never the problem. The belief that your body is a problem is something that society has fed you, and the reasons are varied. There isn't time in this video for me to go into all of them, but I will say the dieting industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry that couldn't function if the culture did not make the people in this country believe that they needed to fix themselves and be better and be thinner and in some way, shape, or form fix their body. There'd be nothing to sell to us. The other aspect of diet culture that doesn't get talked about as often as it should, but hopefully that's changing, is the fact that dieting is taking a huge portion of our culture's people, namely women, and distracting them and causing them to spend most of their life trying to make their bodies smaller. I often say to clients, if I could give you back all the time you've ever spent obsessing about food or body image, if I could give it back to you in a way that you could use it to perhaps make change or to help someone else, or if that's not your thing, then just to have fun, imagine what life would be like. There'd be countless hours, for some people thousands of hours, of quality life. You know, we only have so much, and nobody knows when that time is going to run out. And American and Western women spend so much time obsessing about food and body image that they're not really available to show up for their life. And it is the belief of a lot of us who study this stuff that that is by design. That in essence, in a culture where a lot of people are oppressed and the culture really functions around certain people not being able to access their power, it's pretty darn convenient if those people don't believe they're good enough as they are. Enter diet mindset and diet culture. The book goes into this in far greater detail, but I'm just here today to tell you to really begin to unpack why you think you need to lose weight, why you think you need to diet, why you feel you have to adjust your relationship with food. Dig beneath the chickenpox. Look for the virus. In our case, the virus is often a cultural or erroneous belief that in some way, shape, or form, you aren't good enough as you are. Let me tell you, every baby that's born is exactly the way that baby needs to be the day it enters the world. It doesn't need anything to make it better than it is. The rest is just cultural BS.